I am Alex Thompson. I go to Rio Rancho High School. I've lived in New Mexico my whole life, and I've always been a part of RRPS. I started my junior year. The Army recruiters had reached out and just wondered if I wanted to, just check out what they were offering, and they decided to let me enlist and go to basic combat training during my junior to senior year summer. I get to be a part of the Army during my senior year. I get to attend different drill weekends, which is my job in the Army, and it just allows me to be a part of the military, which was a huge part of what I wanted to do when I grew up.
Alex's school career has probably not been so easy. He's challenged himself his entire life coming up through school. He was always one that wanted homework, and as he kind of got into high school, it was pushing to take the AP classes and as many as he could get in a year. It's taught him to be part of the community. It's taught him Alex how to be part of a team, how to be a leader, how to be a follower. It's taught him he's got to work for the things that he wants in life.
My name is Alyssa Zielinski, and I go to Rio Rancho Cyber Academy, and I've been going to Rio Rancho Cyber Academy since 6th grade. I chose to go through Cyber Academy instead of a larger high school because I was a competitive gymnast. I had to leave school early every day to get to gymnastics practices, and we thought it'd be a better fit for my schedule. My goal is to major in computer science, and I hope to double major with biomedical engineering. And ultimately, I'd like to make computer models, so like 3D models of different exotic animals, where you can take off the skin and the muscles, and you can simulate common injuries like fractures in bones, and it would have the nerve pathways, and those models would be able to be used in surgical simulations. Well, I came to that career goal because I really love animals, they're my passion. And as I was going through middle school in the Cyber Academy, they had us take coding classes, and I just fell in love with coding. I decided I wanted to do something focused on that. And I always wanted to be a zookeeper, but I have EDS, or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So it's hard for me to do a lot of physical work for a long time, and it's hard for me to get up early and stay up late. So a zookeeping job would be very difficult for me. I decided that I wanted to do something that would benefit the veterinary community and animals in general, but also work to my skill sets.
What she's gained from Rio Rancho Cyber Academy has set her up very well to succeed at whatever Alyssa tries to do next. Very impressed with how Rio Rancho provides opportunities, accommodates unique educational requirements, particularly in Alyssa's case where she is both gifted and deals with a physical challenge.
I'm Renaya Westerman. I go to Independence High School. I've been living in Rio Rancho since I was 11. I think when I switched districts, because I used to live in Albuquerque, it made school a little bit more challenging because my credits didn't match up. So I did have to, work a little bit harder to make sure that I did catch up and graduate on time.
My name is Samantha Hogan, and I'm Renaya's oldest sister and her guardian. I would describe Renaya as fun-loving. She has the biggest heart out of anybody that I've ever met in my life. I think the education that she's getting at Independence is a lot more one-on-one. They have, less students, and so if they have questions for the teachers, it's easier for them to be addressed. I think the education that she's getting is a lot more personable.
I would describe Independence as an extremely open environment. We have minimal walls, but other than that, everyone is super supportive, and they don't care what you look like, what you've done, anything. They accept you with open arms.
Hi, my name's Kyra Brown, and I go to Visu Cleveland High School. Yat e she e Kyra Brown inisha tosoni nishlan pinot sose e bashchin tachini dash che bilagani e dashanale. I am Dene. I'm Navajo from the Navajo Nation. I come from Indian Wells, Arizona, and I am born from the Big Water Clan and born for the Asian people. I am the creator and founder of the Native American Student Union at Visu Cleveland High School. I created it back in 2021 and have been president for 2 years now. And I created a collaborative union with Rio Rancho High School. I want to go to Tribal College, SIPI in Albuquerque, the Southwestern Indian Polytech Institute, and I want to go there for 2 years and get my core credits done, and also just to be around my relatives and my community is really important for me. And transferring to UNM would probably be the best option, and pursuing Indigenous studies. And I really am looking into social work and also policy.
Mostly I want her to enjoy her senior year. I definitely want her to, embrace like homecoming, prom, just enjoying all like the club activities, because I know what's going to happen once she graduates. You're going to be an adult. You're going to have to do this. She really wants to support the Native American community, and that's the best way to support the community, is getting the education and being a role model for others, for herself, the community, her relatives.
I'm Maya, and I am a senior at Cleveland High School, and I have lived in Rio Rancho my entire life. I have been involved in Cleveland student government since my sophomore year. Now I am senior class president. I'm not planning on going into politics. I actually want to be a pediatric dentist. I had braces, so I found that so interesting whenever I had braces, how teeth work. And a lot of people were like, ew, why would you want to look in people's mouths? But I want to help kids, and I want to get rid of their cavities, and I love kids, so I think it would be a great job, career.
She has always put so much pressure on herself to do the best that she can do. Maya did receive a B once, and I've always told her just do your best, and she always has, but she'll always go the extra to get her grades as high as she can. She's going to be giving the speech at graduation, so I'm very proud of her. I want to be like her when I grow up.
I am Tamaya Oliver. I go to Rio Rancho High School, and I have gone there all 4 years of high school. My school career is very active. I'm involved in a lot of clubs and organizations, and I like being a part of things. These letters are from my yearbook club. It's actually a class that I have during the day that we research different parts of our school that's going on right now, activities and things that are going on currently. Like, we're about to have homecoming, so I'm covering that spread, and we're gonna take pictures and go to homecoming and do all that kind of stuff.
Tamaya is the third child who's come through Rio Rancho High, and I think it's been fulfilling for her, and she gets to experience everything that her sisters experienced and more.
It's been inspiring, just to see her develop from freshman year, to see how outgoing and how she's made friends.
My end goal is to move on and become an audiologist, get my doctorate in that after working in speech pathology. I'm interested in this because a lot of people don't know it, but I wear hearing aids, and I'm deaf in my right ear. Until I got hearing aids, I had a challenging time being able to hear my teachers and understand everything that was going on in school. So once I got those, it was like another world was opened up for me. And I just want to be able to help like younger kids and older people.
She doesn't hear in one ear, but she has more than compensated for it. In fact, none of her teachers or her peers, they wouldn't know that. Academically, she's been there, and socially, she's been there. But I think her resilience through it, without making excuses, is really what has put her out there and has challenged her in ways that other people wouldn't know.
My name is Diego Solano. I go to VSU Cleveland High School. I'm student body president, and I do pole vault. I think pole vaulting, like going up, is scary at first, but once you like feel yourself going through the air and like crossing the bar, it's like one of the best feelings ever. I describe my high school career as like a squiggly line. I think there's definitely moments that are just, I feel like I'm at the top of the world, and moments where I'm just at the complete bottom. I think academically it's challenging at times, but it's a learning experience, and I've learned a lot, which has helped me become better. For me, education may be a little different from others, being that my parents are immigrants from Mexico.
Because we don't speak pretty good English, we don't have chance to help him. So everything that Diego's doing is by himself.
I think it signifies a lot more for me because this is the moment that my parents have prepared me for. Like, they've worked so hard to be able to get me to where I'm at and to keep going further.
Me siento orgulloso porque es el hijo más grande y él está haciendo las cosas por él mismo. Y es un ejemplo aparte para su hermano mayor. Siempre se esfuerza para lograr las cosas que quiere.
I had a couple more thoughts thought I should share about homecoming. So yeah, it was really nice. I felt safe also because there were teachers at the door checking bags. Also a really nice opportunity to hang out with my friends and catch up with them and see lots of people I haven't seen in a while. So it was overall a really great experience, and I'm really glad I went.
Homecoming was, again, it was good and bad. Just running around, making sure everything was at its absolute best, but also just like taking in the moments of senior year and getting to be homecoming king. It was amazing. To me, it really meant a lot because it showed that like I have the respect for my peers and I'm admired by my peers because not only was I able to win student body president, but I was also able to win homecoming king, which just made me feel like I had accomplished what I was trying to do at Cleveland, which was to like spread acceptance and make sure everyone was welcome and happy and just doing their best overall.
Hi guys, it's Diego and we just took our homecoming photos.
Yeah. Show the view, show the view.
Oh yeah, and look how pretty everybody's walking. We did it over here in Albuquerque. And yeah, thanks for coming along on our homecoming journey. I try to be my kindest to people. I will talk to anybody and everyone. I'm very social. It's very diverse in Rio Rancho Public Schools, and I love that so much. We're very spirited about everyone, and I made sure to include everybody.
My first ever marching band competition, where I was in front of a huge crowd for the first time. I was super nervous, but afterwards I felt so good about it, and I felt like I was really part of something big.
I did start the Multicultural Club at Cleveland with my friend Mahi. I think we wanted to do, instead of separating our like ethnicities and races and stuff, we thought it'd be a better idea to like bring them all together. We found amazing sponsors, and it's been really good just getting to hear from other people their experiences and what it's like to come from a different background and living at home different ways.
I want to be a third grade teacher. I want to work at a daycare and stuff when I'm finished. I want to really build my resume and make sure that working with kids is what I want to do. My grandma's a teacher, and I spend a lot of time in her classroom. We're just helping her, and it just really opened my eyes to how like inspiring you can be to kids and how motivating you can be.
She has matured so much through just time, through coming to live with me, through going to Independence High School. She has truly found herself these past couple of years.
My school career has been not easy, I would say. I feel as though all pandemic students have had a hard time with adjusting. I was a freshman when COVID was going on, and it wasn't necessarily easy to sort of jump into it virtually. And high school is already a huge transition as it is, and just going completely online and being expected to stay online for 6 hours at a time was really difficult.
I think at that moment, I'm going to be thinking about everybody that came before me that didn't have the opportunity to be able to, people that I've lost and that didn't get this opportunity.
The people that helped me get there the most was definitely my parents. They always supported me, respected stuff that I wanted to do. They always thought that, if I wanted to go do something and I put my mind to it, that I could always achieve it. But also a lot of my teachers have also been supportive with anything that I want to do, and it's really helped me just get better at anything I wanted to.
Some other things that I have going on this week is I signed up for an ingenuity class. It's going to be global issues around the world, And I'm really nervous for that because it's going to be like completely online. So I start that my second semester, and then hopefully that will put me a little bit ahead, and then I can hopefully graduate in March instead of May, which is my goal. It's what I'm hoping for.
What's up, peoples? We're leaving school now after like 7th period, and then I went to office hours because I need to finish up some stuff for my trig class. We took a test today. Not sure how I feel about it yet, but hopefully grades will be in by the end of the day, and then I'll check them maybe later tonight. But I am gonna go home and have some mac and cheese and work on my SL class project.
Hey, we're going to the college fair. We're gonna upload these videos. It's Diego and I and Maddie. Hi. And then we're gonna go look at all the colleges.
Yeah. So it's Friday night, and I get to go to the football game as a marching band member. It's gonna be really fun. I usually always enjoy these football games. I mean, these are usually like my favorite memories from here. Having the crowd get to watch, you know, our amazing show, and you know, it's really fun.
On graduation day, there will definitely be a feeling of relief. As parents, it's just a proud moment, and we are thankful and happy, ecstatic, all the adjectives you could possibly think of, and we'll be empty nesting, and it's okay. Yeah.